Right now I'm waiting because I just cut the keyway in one of the drive thingies. Well, you know, this is the thing that drives the steering sprockets, and I need to make another one of these up here or somewhere that will drive the driving sprockets. Anyway, I just carved out the keyway with an angle grinder, and now the whole bar is too hot for these to fit on it because it's hot and expanded. So, just waiting for it to cool off. It's in front of a fan. Alright, I think I want to have all the sprockets at this end, so the front can be pretty empty. So I'll have more options in what to do there. But back here, I want to have a seat that I'm going to sit on, so there's going to be a big open space, so I might as well use it. I just need to get a little creative in figuring out where to put all the sprockets. Like, do I want to put this sprocket on this side or on this side, knowing that I don't want to get in the way of this or that, so it would have to be like in here or there. And then I'm also going to need another one of these. So this one goes here, and then I'll need another one like somewhere else in here. Or I can go all the way to the other end where there's lots of space. Put this here, have the other one of these over here, yeah. And then the motor would be kind of right in the middle. And that still leaves me a lot of open space in the front. But yeah, maybe I'll do that. And the motor could be right up in here somewhere. Alright, in my head I went through like 40 different ways to attach this at different places. And I decided I wanted to put all the gears back here. So that means from this area forward, I can just put a plate on top of here, and then this can just be a big cargo area in the front, which will be excellent. But since I'm putting all the gears back here, that means they didn't need to go vertical. There's not enough space for them to go sideways. So I drilled my thing here to mount this. There's one on each side. And then I just decided to use the same piece and put another hole up here, so the next axle will come straight above. And since this is all one solid piece, it'll have strength in the direction that it needs it. Because when this is here, the chain's going to pull up. And, you know, on this part, it's going to pull down. So basically this axle and that axle will be pressing together against this chunk in the middle. So they should be super strong. Alright, Jaimie. And I really hope I got the distance between these two holes right. You know, I put together a little thing here and measured it, because this is what's going to fit across there. Alright, I think that's right where I want those. But I'm gonna go eat dinner. Alright, I got my driving axle, not this, that's the next one. I got this in there, and it looks great. Everything is doing what it's supposed to do. These are super hard to stop. Because, you know, it's geared down already like 9 times between here and there. Oh, and I've done a few calculations. Oh, the calculations are based on this motor. This is the first motor I imported to Panama after I got here. So like 2.5 years ago. And it's been on pretty much all of my boats at one point or another. But right now it's not doing anything, so I think I'm gonna put it in here. And this is, it's like a 1.5 horsepower 24 volt DC motor. Yeah, and it's 3,000 RPMs. And I was doing some calculation. RPMs are revolutions per minute. I was doing my calculations based on how much this is going to be geared down in 3,000 RPMs. And it turns out the wheels will do approximately half a revolution every second. So the wheel will be like this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, approximately that speed. And that's the max speed. So I'm presuming the 3,000 RPMs on this is like the max speed. Now that's geared down a lot. That's going to be so strong that if for some reason the wheels got welded in place and couldn't move or something, like the thing would tear itself apart. Like the wheels would rip off, this would get destroyed. Anyway, it's going to have more strength than it needs. And I'm thinking to reduce the gearing a little bit, so it's maybe 1 revolution per second. So 1, 2, 3, 4. And that would make it go from like 2 minutes per 100 meters down to a minute per 100 meters. I think that's what it was. Anyway, I do have another set of sprockets that I can. Hold on. In the original plan, this was going to be the final gear that goes to the motor. And this is 36 teeth, and the motor will have 10 teeth, so that'll be 3.6 times reduction in speed, whatever. But I have these 25 tooth gears too. I bought these just because they were surplus at the place, and they were really cheap. They don't have keyways cut in them or anything, but I can do that. I mean, the price of this was like a quarter of what it would have been if it was all finished. Maybe less. Anyway, if I put one of these in instead, that part will only be reduced 2.5 times instead of 3.6. So it won't double the speed, but it'll be a little bit faster. And I think that's what I'm going to do. So yeah, with the bigger gear, it was 31 RPMs. The wheels will be 31 RPMs. Then with the other one, it'll be more like 40 RPMs. So ish. 40 to 45.